Good morning, Calvary kids, and happy Easter. I hope you're all having a great morning so far. I have to let you know that I really miss seeing you every week, and I cannot wait till we can see each other again face to face. So this morning, I am saying happy Easter from my house, and that is quite different for me. I've actually never done this before, but everything about this Easter is very different this year. So normally my Easter week looks like on Wednesday night, I would see a lot of you at Kidtastic and we would talk about the Easter story. We would celebrate somehow, probably with some delicious snacks, and we'd get to do that face to face and we get to talk about things. And on Friday, we would get to go to the service together and hear about the sacrifice that Jesus made for us. And then again on Sunday, we would get to meet together and celebrate the fact that he's no longer in that grave. He has risen, and we would get to see each other face to face. And then after that, I'd go and the celebration would continue at my family's house, where we would have a big turkey dinner and I get to play with my nieces and nephews. And this year, none of that is happening. Everything has changed. And I'm going to admit to you that when I realized all of that, that everything about how we usually celebrate was going to be different this year, I felt ripped off. And I had a bit of a bad attitude about it, because I love how we normally celebrate Easter and I get to see you all, I get to see my family, and everything is changed this year. And so I had to sit down. I had to really think about changing my attitude. I had to pray about changing my attitude. And when I did that, I started to think about all that I was thankful for. And I'm thankful for when this is all over, I'll get to see you guys again. I can't wait for that. I will get to hang out with my family, play with my nieces and nephews, have that big turkey dinner that we're not gonna have this year, well, with all of us. And I started to be very thankful that during this time where our lives have all changed, some of us have changed a lot, that we get this time to really sit and reflect and think about how much we are loved. We are so loved that Jesus paid the ultimate price for us. We are so loved that when the mob came to the garden to arrest Jesus, he knew what was coming. And because his love for us was so great, he willingly went with them. He let them bind him up. He let them arrest him and take him to the leaders at the time, even though he knew he was in for a night of torture, abuse, where they spit on him, they mocked him, they beat him, they whipped him, and they placed a crown of thorns deep into his skull. And following that, the next morning, they led him out to the street, where they put a heavy cross on his back and had him walk down the street as the crowd hollered, "Crucify him, crucify him." And as he walked down that street with a bloodied back and with a cross on his back that pressed in as he could barely walk anymore, at any point he could have said, "Enough is enough. I am done with this. I know what's coming. The worst isn't even over yet." But yet, because he wasn't dying for himself, he wasn't dying for any sin that he committed, he loved us so much. He went through with everything that he had to go through so that we might be forgiven. And he went with them to Golgotha, and they nailed Jesus' hands and his feet to the cross. From there, as he hung there, the guards, they split up Jesus' clothes among them. They mocked him. They continued to make fun of him. And he just looked down and he said, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." And as he hung there, the sky went black. And after a while, Jesus hollered out, "It is finished." And he died on that cross. They took Jesus' body off of the cross and put him in a tomb, where a large stone was rolled in front of the opening of the tomb, and guards were put outside to stand watch. But today is Sunday, and today is a day we celebrate, because today we know that Jesus is no longer in that tomb. It says a few days later on the Sunday, some women followers of his went to the tomb with some spices for his body. But as they got close, they saw that the stone was rolled away, and as they got closer, they saw that there was no body in that tomb. But who was in that tomb was an angel who talked to them and says, "Why are you here? Why are you looking for Jesus here? He's not here. He is risen. Jesus is no longer dead. He is alive." And today, on this Easter Sunday, that is what we get to celebrate. We get to talk about how he loved us so much that he went to the cross for us. He died on that cross for us, but he is no longer dead. He is no longer in that tomb. On the Easter Sunday, which is today, which was what we get to celebrate, he has risen and he is alive and well today. So on this Easter, even though how we are celebrating it is different, we can take great joy because everything about what we are celebrating and who we are celebrating, that hasn't changed even a little bit. And I am so thankful for that today because we have a Jesus that loves us so much. Just as much as the day that he died on the cross for us, he is there for us today. So I hope that you all have the most amazing Easter today, however that looks, whoever you're with. And I hope you know that today and tomorrow and every day, you are so, so very loved. So happy Easter, guys, and have a great, great day. Bye.